back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about NBA basketball player Ja Morant receiving support from Nike after brandishing a gun, and Kyrie Irving was canceled because of a movie link. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Ja Morant over the past couple of weeks has been in some serious trouble in his use of guns. We know about him beating up on a 17-year-old boy and brandishing a gun, but he also just did it once again while on IG Live at a strip club. It seems like Ja Morant seems like he believes he can't be touched. Yes, he's been suspended a couple of games by the NBA. We don't know if it's truly indefinitely, but I do know this. He's receiving support from Nike. Yes, Nike, the same company that canceled Kyrie Irving over having a movie link that had no comments. They took away Kyrie Irving's shoe, threw his contract in the garbage over a movie link that hardly anybody knew anything about. But when it comes to Ja Morant, his shoe is supposed to come out April 1st, day one. He's brandishing a gun at a 17-year-old. He's brandishing a gun at a strip club. They come out and support him after an apology. So what the hell you think Nike feels about our community? You know what Nike thinks? Oh, that's what they do in the hood. Oh yes, this will give Ja Morant street cred and his shoe will sell more. Why haven't they disassociated themselves from Ja Morant? Because Ja Morant didn't do something that another community thought was bad against them. Ja Morant probably is getting a standing ovation over at Nike right now because Nike could care less about the black community. We have a serious gun usage problem in the black community, and it's being used against each other. And we got one of the most prominent NBA players playing baby gangster out here, and we know he's not a gangster. He's a lame or corny kid from the hood. He should be glad that's what he is, and we shouldn't make fun of it. He comes from a two-parent family. He has a sister who is an excellent basketball player. That is something he should be proud of. But he's out here wanting to be that baby gangster, the type that ends up in jail, the type that ends up with a toe tag on the street instead of concentrating on his career. Sometimes money can't change a person. Maybe this is who he really is. Maybe it embellishes who he really is. I don't know. I don't know what kind of young man Ja Morant is. But I know that Nike is willing to accept him. They're willing to accept that bad boy image. But when it came to Kyrie, who was socially conscious and who believed in his community, who was a young man searching for an identity of who he really is or where his community came from, all of a sudden, he had to be cut off. He had to be disassociated with. He had to be dragged through the media. He had to apologize for a link to a movie. But Ja Morant gets the full support of Nike. Nike is nothing but a trash company. And I'm glad Marcus Gorman of the Chicago Cubs called it out. He called it out perfectly. And he said, I'm glad I'm not associated with any of these companies because they have no moral value. They're counting on Ja Morant to sell a lot of sneakers because Nike is a little bit down on the stock market. lost a little profit, just like Adidas did with Yeezys. You see, they ran right back to them, signed a $500,000 deal, $1 million deal to sell the rest of his product. The reason why is because Adidas was losing over $1 billion this year. Why didn't they stand up against gun usage in the black community? Because they don't care. See, that's something they can accept to make that profit. Wouldn't be surprised if Nike was behind this crap. See, this is why we shouldn't support companies like Nike, because there's no good that they're doing for our community. All they're doing is sucking blood out of a rock. They're a dangerous company. If they had in his contract, if he did something like this, that they would tear up his contract, he probably would not have been in that club brandishing that gun. After being talked to the first time, he goes and does it again. But it seems like there's no punishment. What is a few games gonna do to Ja Morant? You tell me. What is a few games gonna do to Ja Morant? It's not gonna do nothing. It puts more spotlight on him. It gives Nike the publicity they want. The publicity of the baby gangster NBA player running around with a gun. And you don't think they're gonna take advantage of it. This is how they feel about your community. This is what they believe that they could sell to your community. Because they have no respect for your community. $150, $200 pair of sneakers. It's going to be sold on the market by a man who's brandishing guns all over the place. And we have a gun problem in the community. Hope you leave a comment in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to the Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Please smash that like button, but also share this video.